In this lesson, we are going to tackle one of the most exciting parts of dropshipping, finding products from Amazon that sell quick. By the end of the video, you will know exactly how to identify high-demand products from Amazon and list them on eBay for maximum profit. Let's dive in. So first of all, make sure that you have two things ready, Zig Analytics and Amazon Bestseller. You can Google Amazon Bestseller and you will be redirected to this page. In this page, you will find the product that we are going to be searching. Also, in Zig Analytics, head to Management Panel, head to Advanced Settings, and then head to Competitor Research and make sure that you have the sales date range set to only 7 days, because we want to see what was the most trending thing in the last 7 days. So with that said, make sure that the marketplace is US, shipping location is also US, and then click on Save. Right after that, click into Source Website, and then make sure it is Amazon.com, and click on Save. So what's this process going to be like? The workflow is 2 steps actually. Step 1, find dropshippers that source from Amazon, and step 2, find their best-selling items. So let's get started with that. So as I said, head to Amazon bestseller page. This idea is going to be that we're trying to find products, and by finding the right product or products that sell very quickly and make very good profit margin, we can find good sellers. And those good sellers will high likely have a lot of products that sell quickly and do this thing. So this is what we're trying to find. So if we can at least land on one person, we can find the right prospect to be following and understanding product trends from. So yeah. And by the way, these are the metrics that we are looking for. We're looking for at least 2 sales in 7 days. We are looking for 10 competitors max in that perfect product. And we are also looking for a price advantage. I'll explain every other of those in more details. And by the way, this is why we did 7 days in our Zig Analytics dashboard right here in the competitor research, because we are looking for just a quick sales that happened in the last 7 days. So as I said, make sure that the sales date range is 7 days. So now head to Amazon, make sure that the delivery is set to the US. You can just send 10001, click on apply, and it will be set to the United States. Click on continue, and then you will see that right here, it is set to United States instead of your country. This is a very important step. So let's simulate the process of trying to find a product. Well, in this case, I'm just going to try to find any product just to make sure that you understand a lot of the features that come in Zig Analytics and that you can use them for your own research, because this process can change from time to time. Not the research process, but rather the products, what type of products, and so on. So don't try to copy me as I'm doing it, but try to understand the tools I'm using, how I'm using it, and so on. So as I said, the first thing is we are going to select a category right here. In the category, for example, I'm just going to choose baby. It does not matter what category you choose, as long as you think that there's some demand in that category. And most categories will have that demand. So I'll click on baby, and then I'll just click the search bar to see the top results that we get. So we can see right here in the baby section that we'll see some activity and gears, some feeding items, and then we'll scroll even a little bit more. And what we're looking to look for is this bestseller. This is a very important thing. This bestseller thing, make sure that it's telling us that Amazon thinks that this product is bestseller, not just by the product and its subscription, everything, no, by the sales, by the reviews it does, and so on. So yeah, go and scroll down a little bit more, try to find even better products for this. I'm going to scroll down all the way and click on see all results right here. And then the research will be even more defined right here. As we can see, a lot of bestsellers right here, Amazon choices. We are going to still be looking for it. Also try to avoid, if you think an item is very, very heavy or something like that, try to avoid it, because in shipping, it will cost way, way more than you think, and it will really not be good. So this item right here looks pretty good, to be honest. I'll open it in a new tab. I'll click on it. And what I'm copying here is the keywords. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to head to Zig Analytics. I'm going to click on Products Research, make sure that I have everything set up. I'll paste, and then I'll click Research. It will take some time, but I'll be right back. As you can see, in this case, this product is not really working well on eBay, most likely because the keyword or it did not find the right product. Actually, it did. So we can see right here what we are going to be using right now is the Analyze Competitor. So click on Control and open a competitor right here. Because as I said, right now I'm not trying to find exactly a winning product, but rather just show you the process of finding this. Because this research could take hours and hours. As we said at the start of the course, research is one of the most important things. If you just take a shortcut with it, you're really going to burn your money and you might even end up losing. So make sure that you hit to Zig Analytics. As I said, we opened this competitor by clicking Control Enter, and it opens right here. I'm going to go back to this tab of this competitor, and I can see in the last 7 days, this person has done the following things. So in 7 days, he sold 9 items of this product. And by the way, this warning right here just says that, for example, if a product might be copyrighted, it's very, very risky to upload that product on eBay because you don't have the copyrights to resell that product or something like that. Or it might just mean that the keywords being used in that product is dangerous. So in this case, we can see that it's using the keyword Nerf, which is the Nerf gun. You know, it's the copyrighted item, so it might be risky to sell this item. Or for example, if you type in a water gun or something like that, the word gun might get flagged. So just make sure that your description is explaining what exactly the product is. It's a water gun and so on and so on and so on. So right here, as I said, we have some things that Zig Analytics do for us. And one of those things is the product name. We can find the products right here. We can find any warnings, as I said. The upload date, when was this product uploaded? So it was uploaded about 8 or 7 days ago. The total 7 days sales, we can see that it was $191. The total sold. So that's very good. The product only started selling in the last 7 days. The price is $21. And here we can also see the number of competitors. So when you're doing your own research, take those things in mind. As I say, the sales, we have 2 sales right here. It's hitting that. But the competitors, it's not. It's actually way above its 24. So that's a lot for us. So yeah, keep that in mind in your case. But I'm just going to go through with example products. So for example, let's look at this product because it has this feature right here. So in this, we're going to just click it. As you can see right here, it says that the exact product was found on Amazon, which is good. That means Zig Analytics has found the exact product and it can give us a lot of data without us requiring to do a lot of research. So click on it. We can see this exact product. We can see that the eBay price is the following. Amazon price is the following. The fee is 14%. And the profit margin is 18%, which is pretty decent. 20 to 30% is a very, very what we're looking for. The ROI is 28%, which is very, very well. And then the next feature that I'm going to talk on is save to folder. So you can save products to a folder, to a specific folder. So let's create a folder right here. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to name it, for example, test products. I'm going to click on new folder and then I'm going to choose that folder right here. And then I'm going to click save to folder. So this product is going to be saved into this folder, which will be very, very good for us. Also keep in mind that Zig Analytics might find the products in AliExpress, in Walmart, Alibaba, CJ dropshipping, and so on. So for example, let's say we are going with this specific product. I'm going to click on this again. And I'm going to click on Amazon. We can open the products right here by clicking Control and the mouse, as I said earlier. And also, by the way, one thing is, this is very important. The fee and the profit margins and so on are very, very important because it's kind of telling us the research without us having to calculate the amounts and so on. So it's very, very good. So I'm going to go ahead to the product and just check the product right here. We can see it as it is. It has 3.2 stars reviews. So quite decent, but not the best in this case. And we can read those comments and the item things, description, and so on. So this is going to be very, very important for us because, for example, when you are looking at a product, you will be looking at the keywords that are being used in the Amazon. You will be looking at what the competitors are doing. So in this case, it has 19 competitors. We would not go for it, but we would go for a lower competitor tab. So as I said, you would look at the item, the images. You would take the images as well because, as you can see right here, the user is taking those images themselves and reusing them right here exactly. Also the description and so on. You might create another version of it. I will go through all of this in more detail later on, but this is just an example of what we can do. So now that you have found one product, try to find other products. Try to find a lot of other products, especially related topics or related categories, that will be very, very well for you, but it's not a must. So if the product is in another category, that's not an issue. And make sure that you save all of those products on the same file. So for example, I'll look in this product, even though it's irrelevant, I'll click on save to folder and it will save to the same folder right here. As I said, make sure that the profit margin and everything checks out, and make sure that you are checking always those metrics. As I said, 2 sales in 7 days is a must. 10 competitors max. It does not, if it's higher than that, it's very bad for you because you will be competing with other people. And since you are a new seller, it's really not that good. The price advantage as well, make sure that you might have a price advantage and you have some room to make the profit. At least 20-30% will be good. But even if it's a little bit lower, that's no problem whatsoever. So if I just go to this seller and I'll try to find items with that 7 days sales and the price, we can see, for example, it has 7 items. That's good. And it has 14 competitors. Now that's bad. This item right here, 7 sales. That's good. And 5 competitors. That is good right here. We can see also 5 competitors, 7 sales in the last 7 days. That's also pretty decent. 3 competitors, 6 sales in the last 7 days. Pretty good as well. So yeah, that makes it very, very clear. As you can see also right here, 2 competitors, 5 sales in the last 7 days. That's very, very good. For us, we need to at least find 2 sales per 7 days. That means that we can gain some momentum with time and we can make it work. And by the way, one thing or one tip that I would like to also include is when you're trying to look for items, try to look for the best of the best because you are limited with the amount of listings that you can list. So try to look, as I said, for the best of the best and don't try to settle for something that's not very good. As I said, as long as it hit that metrics, that's very good. But if you find something even better, that might be a gold mine for you. I would like to also mention that we have partnered with Sig Analytics to offer you 50% off the first month on all monthly plans and 30% on yearly plans. So make sure you go to www.trackerbot.me/Zig and use code Trackerbot50 as you can see right here in the screen. Make sure to use both the link and the coupon code to get the 50% discount. Again, just to emphasize, in the browser, trackerbot.me/Zig. So the strategy is pretty simple. As I said, again, find the product and then you'll go to sellers. In this case, I will just give you an example of another product. Let's look at this multi-vitamin products right here. Let me copy this, head to Zig Analytics, type it in, enter, wait for Zig Analytics, and then we can be redirected to this page. So what we will be looking for is we will be looking for a lot of sellers that are doing very well. So I'll open this is doing insanely well. I'll also open this, and I have 6 sellers. That's already way enough. And we can go right ahead and we do the same thing again and again and again. 7 sales, 13 competitors, 1. This is crazy item right here. So we can click on it. It did not find the product, but what we can do is we can copy this item. You can see it right here. This is the item in eBay that the person is selling. I'll copy this item. I'll head to Amazon and then I'll type it. Hopefully you'll find it in Amazon. Yes, exactly. This is the item. But in this case, I think that the source is not Amazon because as you can see, Amazon is $33. Maybe there is a cheaper one, but he's selling the bigger bucket. So I am not very sure. But as I said, you would keep doing research like this again and again and again. And you would go from seller to seller, try to collect a lot of items, try to see how well they're doing, and then try to minimize them and like compete them against each other. So for example, we go again to this seller, we'll see that they have 946 active listings, 3,000 revenue, as you can see right here. And in the last 7 days, this product made 13 sales. It has 100 competitors. So no, we are not going for that. This might be very good. It has 6 sales in the last 7 days and it has 3 competitors. This one has 1 competitor, 1 competitor. This one has 0 competitors right here and so on. So you'd go on the eBay listing, you would look at it, you would check it out, you would go into Amazon, try to find the product specifically and so on. You would go again to another seller and you would keep repeating this process for at least 5 to 6 sellers and try to avoid, as I said, items like this. So it says that this is a branded item, this is a brand item, and this keyword item right here, please make sure that your item does not contain some forbidden words, ingredients, components, or other factors that is forbidden to list. And you can look at that at eBay policies and whatnot. And also, by the way, if you, for example, could not find the product by yourself, you can still click on this item right here and it will be able to kind of scan things and search on. As you can see right here, it was able to search it, but it was not able to find the exact same product. You You can find it in Walmart, Alibaba, it could not find it. As you can see, it find it Alibaba some similar products, but it's really not the exact same thing. And you can also manually search for it. So for example, you can click search title on Amazon. It will search the specific title on Amazon, as you can see right here. And yeah, actually this might be the exact same products right here, but you can see that it's really not, Amazon is not the source right here. It might be AliExpress because the item is clearly overpriced right here, $28, and he's selling it for around $7, as you can see right here. So yeah, and you can also use this feature called analyze products, which will reanalyze this specific product. And as you can see right here, you'll find that there's actually one seller that's selling this, which is very, very interesting. That might be a very interesting item. You can also see, by the way, those tags, dropshipper and Amazon dropshipper and so on. So yeah, this is a very, very good strategy to understand products, to find the right winning products, and to find sellers that might have other products that are doing very, very well. And again, always again, refer to this right here: 2 sales in 7 days, 10 competitors max. You don't want to compete more than 10 competitors, and a price advantage where you can make the profit. If there is no profit to be made, why would you even list the item in the first place? It does not make sense. And so, by the way, in this case, we found like a one seller that's selling one item that's very, very good. We might be more competitors with him, but there might be something wrong with the item. He might be having a specific supplier or a one-time supplier that he's working with, or he might have something specific for him. That's why not a lot of people are not selling. So that might be a good or a bad metric. You will have to do your own research. You will have to find the suppliers and so on. If you find the right supplier for the right price, you might actually enter competition with this person. So yeah, that might be very, very possible. But let's say you are stuck. You are just looking at sellers. In this case, we would reverse our thinking. We would find items that had very, very high competitors. So for example, let me find an item with that specific metric. So yeah, this item right here, he has, as you can see right here, 24 competitors. What I'll do right now is I'll click on analyze products, and in this time, it will show me a lot of competitors, much more than we previously had. So scrolling down, you can see here, you can see 1, 2, 3, all of the 19 people are right here. And you can see that most people, or at least like the first 4 are only making sales with these products, and the rest are making about 0 sales, as you can see right here, especially in the last 30 days. If we even filter it by last 7 days, let me check that, search, we can see, yeah, even only one guy is making this. So really competing with this one person wouldn't really make sense, because there's also other people that are competing with him and are not doing well whatsoever. So he's really controlling the market, or he's really controlling the search results with this one. But this should not be a limiting factor for us. What I would suggest you to do is, for example, even when you find products with higher competitor, as I said, when you get stuck researching products, I would open all of that sellers, as you can see right here, and then I will go and find all that sellers. So for example, now I have new sellers to look at and understand what exactly they're selling and what exactly they are looking for. And that would give me even more data to play with and to understand what are the market trends, what is exactly selling, what's exactly not selling, and so on. And also sometimes when some products have very low sales and whatnot, for example, of course, this product has high, but like supposing it just has low sales overall throughout all the sellers, I would not even try to bother with trying to find the products, because if it doesn't hit the criteria, it's really not worth it to waste the time with. So if it has the automatic product search by Zik Analytics, I'll go for it. But in other cases, not really. So now that you have found a bunch of products that you're going to be selling, what I would suggest you to do is head to my products right here, and you will find basically the folders that we've done. We'll do, for example, the test products, and you can find all the data again related to those products. What you can do is basically look at the price, check that everything checks out. You can even change information, because we can use this tool to basically put the items in the eBay store automatically and bulk upload them. So yeah, make sure that you have the eBay title and so on, supplier title. Honestly, there's 2 ways to do it: either bulk upload them, or once when you're trying to upload the item, upload it one by one and change the title based on keywords and so on. And that was it for today's lesson. I'll see you in the next one.